Hello, hello. As you hop on and join me, say hello, tell me how you're doing today. Tell me where you're joining me from. I would love to know. So welcome, for those of you that don't know me, I'm Holly. I am the Abundant Healer, and today I'm going to be guiding you through a meditation to support you to embody abundance. And I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a moment. Morning, Jack. Lovely to have you here. Hope you are having a gorgeous morning. If you hop on and join me, tell me where you're joining from. I love to know. So, Deepanshu, is that how you say that? Perhaps not, but welcome, lovely. Gorgeous to have you here. Hi, Laura from Florida. Oh, that sounds gorgeous right now, I have to say. That sounds very abundant. I am coming to you from a very windy Isle of Wight in the UK, although the sun's shining. But yeah, I had to shut the windows because the noise was so loud. You could just see everything blowing around in the room. So hopefully that window will stay shut because I haven't shut it properly. Now I've said that. So abundance, we're going to be talking about today. And let me just check in. You can hear and see me okay? No sound. Okay. Let's see if it comes back. Can you hear me now? For some reason, it looks like the signal is dropping in and out. And I don't know why, because it says my Wi-Fi is perfect at this end, but not on the Insight Timer for some reason. On Facebook, I think you can see and hear me okay. I hope so anyway. Yeah? Okay, cool. So let's just talk about abundance. We can hear this word, and for some people they find this word quite triggering. For other people it can feel like a really beautiful and expansive place. So for me, what abundance really means is it is that state that's available to us all times. It doesn't matter what our external environment is reflecting. When we are embodying abundance, abundance is everywhere and we really feel it. So those days that you're really embodying abundance, when you step outside, you feel that sun on your face. You feel that breeze. Your morning cuppa just tastes awesome. So this is the state of abundance. And what I know from my experience is the more I embody that state, the more my external environment improves. And when I say improves, it reflects back to me that state. We're a mirror, right? We're a mirror of our external world. From an Ayurvedic lens, we say that the microcosm reflects the macrocosm. And I'm hoping that the Insight Timer seems to sort itself out, but it doesn't seem to be. So I wonder if I can leave it and come back in. Let me try that 2 seconds on the Insight Timer and see if that sorts it out. Oh, 1 minute, it seems to have sorted itself out now, so I don't want to curse it. Can you hear and see me okay? Give me a little love heart across the screen if you can. That'd be grand. Not seeing any love hearts. Okay, what am I going to do? Bear with while I try and sort out if there's anything I can do at this end. Okay, it's looking okay for me at this end now, so I'm going to presume it's okay at your end. So I'm hoping you got that, but if you didn't, Abundance is more than just, what's happening in our external environment, our circumstances, what's in our bank account. It's a state of being. It's a way of being in this place where everything is welcome and everything is fabulous. Oh, Jack, no picture and sound. Okay, I'm going to try and come off the insight timer and go back on. Bear with. And thank you for those of you on Facebook that are bearing with me. Let me see. Right, can you hear and see me okay? No, Victoria hasn't started yet because we've had issues with sound. Okay. How's that? Thank you for bearing with me on Facebook, Louise Gorgeous. I really appreciate it. Can you hear and see me okay now? Yeah? Okay, cool. I'm hoping that sorted it. So, I'm going to give you a bit of an overview again because some of you couldn't hear what I was saying, which is abundance. It is far more, right, than what is sitting in our bank account. It is far more than the size of our house. It's far more than what we do with our, well, I say that, maybe not. Abundance is a state of being. Jack is, yeah, okay, bear with me. Let me restart Insight Timer because I think we're still having issues. Bear with. Oh dear, you gotta love technology, haven't you? Gotta love it. One of the joys of having an online business is sometimes things are just out of your control, and it is a great lesson in practicing acceptance. Here we go. I wonder why it's doing this. I wonder if it's the storm. Okay. Can you hear and see me okay? Fingers crossed. If you can give me some love hearts across the screen, that would be fabulous. And while you do that, I'm going to give you an overview. There's sound! Yay! Fabulous. Okay, gorgeous. We got there, right? So, abundance. For like third time lucky. Abundance is far more than what is sitting in your bank account. And we know this, right? Abundance is a feeling, it's a sensation that lives within us. It's a state of being that we get to access. And what I know and what I've experienced is the more I can live from this space of abundance, of, you know, stepping outside my front door, and instead of being in my head and, you know, planning 1,001 things, I notice the feeling of the sun on my skin. I notice that gentle breeze and how that feels on my senses. I feel you know, the nourishment of my duvet cover as I pull it up on a night time. This, when we can live in this space of abundance, then actually you find your external world starts to reflect more physical abundance back to you. And that doesn't mean that, you know, you're going to win the lottery but what I know from my life is the more that I could be in that space of not feeling like I had to fix myself or strive or push, then I naturally had this desire to take steps to manifest the life I genuinely wanted. There wasn't a questioning of deservedness or worthiness or any of that, you know, things that we make up in our own head. So today I wanted to take you through a practice of where we can just embody that state. And my invitation for you is to see if you can keep that state going as much as possible throughout the day. So you will slip up. There will be times when you lose it and you get pulled into, you know, perhaps moaning or complaining or, you know, those really human things that we do. And seeing if you can catch yourself in those moments and going, oh, no, I get to access abundance here. So get yourself comfy, get a little nest ready, do whatever you need to do. There is no rules around how you should sit or be. You know, if you want to lay down, lay down. If you want to be in lotus position, be in lotus position. But there is no rules here. This is about tuning in with you and deciding what's going to feel really abundant for you in this moment. And the truth is, you can be abundant in any position, so it doesn't really matter with all the other stuff. So with all the pain, all the discomfort, that can still be there and you can still be abundant. So, as and when you're ready, slowly closing your eyes and perhaps taking in a nice deep breath and letting go of any tension with a sigh. And doing that one more time, and really enjoy that process of taking in a nice deep breath and that release of letting it go with a sigh. And as and when you're ready, just bringing your awareness to that breath in the belly. That gentle rise and fall that happens automatically. And we're not trying to control the breath in any way. We're allowing it to be whatever it wants to be in this moment. So that might be fast or slow, deep or shallow. None of these are better than another. And just give yourself permission to surrender into this moment. Letting go of any worries, anything you've got to do later on today. Anything that's been playing on your mind, seeing if you can just allow yourself to become unattached to those things, knowing you can pick them up later if you need to. I always love the beginning part of meditation because it's that invitation to just let go. Almost like arriving at a hotel when you're going on holiday. And you say to yourself, oh, I can relax now. And noticing if there's anywhere in the body that perhaps you're still holding on to a bit of tension. Perhaps softening across the brow, around the eyes, loosening the jaw, allow those shoulders to just melt away from the ears. Letting go of any tightness in the tummy or the hips. And noticing if there's anywhere else in the body that you can bring a little bit of loving attention to just help it unwind, help it release. And if at any point you become distracted or find yourself getting pulled into thought, know that's perfectly okay. But when you notice, just gently bring your awareness back to bringing relaxation back to the body. And we're going to be using our senses now as a way of drawing in a feeling of abundance within us. So allowing yourself to listen to the outside world for a moment. And I want you to notice if there's any sounds that you find pleasant. It may even be the sound of silence. And if you get pulled into things that you think, oh, I'm not sure that sounds pleasant, that's fine. Just move on, find a new sound. A new sound that is pleasant to hear. I know here I've got the awesome sound of the wind rushing through my little street, reminding me just how powerful nature is. And bringing your awareness now to your sense of touch. And noticing if there's any sensations on your skin that feel really lovely at this time. Maybe the temperature of the room, or a piece of clothing that's touching you gently. Allow yourself to just get absorbed into that sensation. And again, if at any point you get pulled into identifying something that doesn't feel pleasant, that's fine. Just come back to the sensation that does. And for the next ones, we're going to be using our imagination. So I invite you to bring to mind a view or something you love to look at, or someone you love to look at, that's just beautiful. And I invite you to see that in your mind's eye. It could be an object a landscape, whatever comes to mind, just something that really fills you up with awe. You may even find a little smile is starting to creep on your face now. It doesn't even have to be something that exists in external reality. Maybe just something you can imagine. And bringing to mind now something you absolutely adore eating. And it could be, something really naughty that you can only have in moderation. Or perhaps it's something that takes you back to a time, a memory. And I invite you to bring to mind that taste in your mouth. Imagine yourself devouring that thing now. See if you can remember the sensations, the taste, the flavors, as if you were eating it now. You can also bring in your other sense, your sense of smell. Can you remember what it smells like? Can you allow yourself to smell that scent now? Smell the aromas. I can even hear my tummy rumbling, just thinking about this food. Now bringing your hands onto your heart space, or maybe in prayer pose, whatever feels good for you. And just taking a moment to just consider how lucky we are. to live in this time and space where we can even do a practice together online. To have access to a world where the sun shines, waves wash up on the beaches, the wind whistles through the leaves. Those simple yet awesome things. And we get to experience it. We get to live in these amazing bodies that do so many things without us even having to think about it. How our heart just continuously beats. Our lungs take in new oxygen. How for the women in the group, many of us have had the awesome experience of growing life within us. Just living in these bodies is a miracle. And we get to interact with other miracles wandering around on this planet that's spinning, whilst spinning around a sun, whilst hurtling through space. Our whole existence is a miracle. How lucky are we? And allow that feeling to really settle in within you. The fact that you're even alive is a miracle. The thousands of people that had to meet and come together to create a life after a life after a life. For you to be born in this age, in this time, and sat here at this moment so we could experience this meditation together. You may even silently want to say a little thank you, thank you, thank you. Maybe out loud, thank you, thank you, thank you. And allow that feeling to just vibrate through every cell of your being. That feeling of how lucky am I, how awesome is this? Just to be alive in this moment. Seeing if you can allow that feeling to grow, get bigger and bigger and bigger within you, stronger and stronger. Seeing if you can spread it out a little bit further, seeing if you can allow that feeling to shine out from you, to fill up the room you're sat in. to be a beacon of abundance. You may even want to stretch that out a little bit further. Can you allow this feeling, this energy to spread out into your street or into the town you're living in? What about the county? What about the country? What about the whole world? Can you allow it to engulf the whole world? Allow this light within you to encompass the whole world now. And why stop there? Let's see if we can shine this out to the whole universe. Shining through infinity. And bringing that attention back to yourself again, to that feeling in your body. And seeing if you can bring this sensation, this feeling of how lucky am I? How lucky are we? To come back with you as you slowly open your eyes and come back into the outside world. So lovely. How was that? Are you feeling abundant? I would love to know. I would love to know what came through for you. Did you enjoy your meals? Was your tummy grumbling too? It's funny, I found my brain going, ooh, what is my favourite meal? I love so many things. And I had to really hone in on something. And I went for chocolate cake. I don't know about the rest of you. I would love to know what the rest of you went for. Oh, you are so welcome. I am so pleased. So pleased that you enjoyed it. And I'm hoping or invite you to see if you can keep this with you, this feeling, because it's always here. It's always available. You don't have to wait for a good time. And actually, the more you can practice this and embody this, the more you can take the feeling into those circumstances that others might rule as negative or bad. You can start to see it from a different perspective. You can, and this isn't about suppressing negativity or any of that. It's not spiritual bypassing. But when you're in the mindset of abundance, you have this clear understanding that everything happens for you. even the so-called negative stuff, you know, it's all happening for you. Oh, you were going to chocolate, but then did strawberries and cream cake. Oh, gorgeous. I love strawberries and cream too. Do I have a recording of this? What I tend to do is, so yeah, I go live on 2 devices, and then afterwards I turn the recording into an audio, and then I upload it onto my Insight Timer platform. But it's also, I also put them on my podcast. Do I put them anywhere else? No, I think that's it. The Insight Timer and my podcast, you will get a recording of this. Oh, Lisa, what a beautiful thing to say. Thank you so much, lovely. It's lots of practicing abundance. That's what it is. So the radiance is available, you know. Rosie, you had chocolate cake too. The one your grandma used to make. Oh, that's even extra special, right? When we can bring in people that we love. Beautiful. And Louise, you felt the attitude of gratitude. Now go eat something, your tummy is hungry. Yeah, my tummy is hungry. My tummy wants an abundance of food, I can tell you. The problem is I want chocolate cake now, so I may have to go to a cafe and find a beautiful chocolate cake somewhere. Lucy, what's the name of my podcast? It's the Healing Business Podcast. So for those of you that don't know, I am a Reiki teacher. I am a teacher of Ayurveda and a mentor and, well, business mentor for especially the healers in the industry. I think we have a lot of problems, or we come up a lot of challenges running a business and being a healer, right? We can get very much in our head around, you know, wanting to serve the world, but also we need to be resourced. And so, yeah, I mentor women around being comfortable with being abundant in all areas. You know, you're allowed to receive richly for the services that you provide. And that doesn't mean you have to overcharge people or anything like that. You know, we just need clever business strategy a lot of the time. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. I so hope you enjoyed that. I have another live meditation happening Friday, but I haven't scheduled it yet, so it's not on my live events on the Insight Timer yet or on Facebook. But I will be doing my usual one in these 2 platforms. Lucy, it was the Healing Business Podcast. There we go. Lisa's typed it in. Fabulous. Okay, gorgeous people. Well, I am wishing you a beautiful and abundant day. See if you can keep this feeling inside you. Go enjoy this magnificence of being alive. And I look forward to seeing you Friday. Take care. Reach out if you need anything. Get in touch if you want to know more. Otherwise, I will love you and leave you. See you soon.